Yeah, okay. What's
Hello?
your background?
I'm Iraqi Chaldean.
So you're a Syrian. Okay. What can I help you with?
I do talk to some Protestants and some atheists about. They always bring up like the Inquisition,
The who?
the Inquisition, and the Crusaders.
Okay,
That
so
the
what's wrong with
church
it?
used it. So they said, well, it's the same thing that ISIS did it back in the day in 2011, whatever. That they forced people to submit to their religion
Why is it
and
wrong?
force. Why is it
Is it
wrong?
wrong? Yeah.
Because they were killing people if they don't convert
Okay,
to
so why was it wrong
Catholicism.
for the Crusaders Inquisition to do that?
Because you're killing human beings.
So when God kills human beings in the Old Testament, you just condemn the Old Testament to hell? Good for you. So then why are you a Christian? The Old Testament, God told Israelites to kill, right? Human beings. He didn't say kill rats. So is God wrong?
I guess not. I don't know.
Okay. So when they tell me the Crusades Inquisition is wrong, I ask them why. Why is it wrong to kill a human being? Who told you killing a human being is wrong? What are they going to tell me?
Well, isn't it in the Old Testament say you shall not commit murder?
Okay, so what color is the sky in Chaldea that you think killing and murder are the same thing? So I murder someone, it's the same thing as killing? So when someone murders someone and then the law says kill him, so you murdered someone unjustly, and then the law says kill him, Genesis 9:4-6. So that means when the law puts someone to death, they're murdering him too. And the same Old Testament, God says kill in war your enemies. So God was saying murder people?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can get into the...
You have to study your faith. My point, Ila, so I'm trying to talk to you. Don't engage in discussions until you study your faith. Study your faith, study the Old Testament, understand the difference between murder and killing, that it's not always wrong. In fact, sometimes the only just thing to do is to put someone to death in order to prevent them from spreading their chaos. I'll give you an example. You mentioned ISIS. So when ISIS murdered people and they killed ISIS, was that a good thing when they killed ISIS?
I mean, to us Christians and agnostic and whatnot, the rest of the world, yeah, it was a good thing.
To kill ISIS? Like when they killed bin Laden?
Yes.
Oh, but I thought you told me killing is bad.
Well, because they were killing other people. They were killing people who are not...
You just answered your question. You see how you contradict yourself, right? You answered. So you just admit there are times in which killing is the only solution. See, I want you to listen. You're not listening to yourself. Oh, but wait, ISIS killed people. So if I kill ISIS for killing people, is that murder? No, that's right. You need to learn the difference between the just killing of people who forfeit the right to live and murder, which is the unjust taking of a life.
Okay.
So you got to study your Bible and church history to see when it's just, when it's not just. That's why I asked the question. According to who is killing someone wrong? Oh, it's not right to kill someone. So when they killed ISIS, who were enslaving women, molesting them and children, and murdering innocent, were they wrong to kill them? Then he's going to change his tune and say, no, they were right. Oh, so you just admit not all killing is wrong. You got it now,
I
Sam?
see. Yeah, where do you get? Where do I go to study theology? Like I'm Catholic, should I go to the Catholic Church and get Catholic
don't go
materials?
To Catholic seminary. Don't go to the Catholic seminary because they're liberal, they're atheists, pretending to be Christian. They're going to distort your faith. What you do is you go online, watch all the videos I did on Old Testament war and violence. Just put in war, it'll come up. And you can find solid channels online, Catholic channels, that will talk to you, explain to you. I'll give you an example for you as a Catholic.
Yeah.
This killing of people during the Crusades, Inquisition. Now, don't confuse what I'm about to say, because I want people to understand, though there are good motives behind things, when you put human beings in control of something, they corrupt things. So, first of all, historically, the Crusades was a response to the Muslims taking over the Holy Lands of Christians and oppressing them, harassing them, persecuting them, and putting limits upon the Christians, especially when it came to visiting their holy sites. So this was a response to the Muslim oppression of Christians. Is that just or unjust? For the Crusades to go and liberate Christians from Islamic tyranny, where they take over the lands of Christians and forbid them from their practices and visiting their sites. So for sending an army to save those Christians, was that just or unjust?
Yeah, there are 7 crusaders, 2 were justified, 7 were not justified.
Well, according to what standard?
History?
What standard you're using?
Did the Catholic Church admits that they did some crusaders in the back?
Catholic Church, brother, the same Catholic Church that's also admitting things and going against their own teaching, such as the Catholic Church, allowing
But
people to come with idols. Sam, talk over me. I'm going to send you to Mike Winger, brother.
sorry.
No,
Sorry.
so you're saying the Catholic Church, you mean same Catholic Church that brings in Pachamama and idols and brings in these people to do these pagan dances in front of the Eucharist? What are you talking about? Did you not just hear what I said? You have wolves today who are ashamed of their history. Are you going to appeal to them?
No, of course not.
But that's what you just did. You just said, oh, but the same Catholic Church. Really? You mean the Catholic Church, it's also allowing Pachamama idols and people with their pagan dances, Indians coming for you and dancing before the Holy Eucharist. You're going to listen to these wolves? Your church, my church, all, they're infiltrated. Forget that, but come back to what I was trying to get to you. You said 2 of them were right. 7 of them were, you said 2 of the 7. So the 5 were wrong. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
How do you know they're wrong?
Well, you can, because I mean, they admit to the Orthodox Church when they went to Turkey, modern day to Turkey today, and they took over. They're supposed to free them, but then they freed them, and then they took over Turkey.
What?
Turkey at the time, what's it called at the time?
Why was it wrong for them to take over Turkey?
Because they killed them too. They killed them with the Muslims.
So why was it wrong to
whatever.
kill them? Answer the question. Why was it wrong to kill them? So I want to see if you're gonna answer your own question.
Because they share the same. Because in the same apostolic churches, they just have one apostolic churches.
So you answered yourself. See, you now knew they went too far in what they did, because they also killed Christians, but they belonged to a different branch. This is what I wanted you to see, but you jumped the gun, Sam, because you're Chaldean, you're not patient, you jump. I was getting there. Did you remember how I started the conversation? I started the conversation by saying, you can have something good, but when you put it in the hands of people, they corrupt it. Not everyone who went into the Crusades did it with pure motives. Many of them did it for the booty, for the plunder, for the wealth, and to take women and harm them, molest them, which is contrary to Christ. Yes, I know. What was intended to be good, liberate Christians, in the hands of wrong people whose motives are not pure, became evil. But that's with everything in this world. Everything. Even King David, God told him, you killed too many people, shed too much blood, and because of that, you won't build a house for me. So though God made him king, and though God established Israel to have an army to protect itself, the army went too far and did things that God wasn't pleased. But does that mean having an army is wrong? So we shouldn't have armies?
Okay.
Should we have armies?
Of course we should.
No, but it's wrong. You may kill people. See the logic? Okay. Same King David, who was appointed by God, who is part of the army of God, an army that God instituted so that Israel could have soldiers protecting Israel from enemies and attacks. That same mighty soldier who was praised for being a mighty soldier, look what God tells him, what he cannot do. You will not build me a house. You will not be the one to build a temple. Here, David telling his son, 1 Chronicles 22:7-8. David said to Solomon, my son, I had it within my heart to build a house to the name of Yahweh, my God. But the word of Yahweh came to me saying, you have shed much blood and have waged great wars. You shall not build a house for my name, because you have shed so much blood on the earth before me. So if I follow your logic, killing in an army is wrong. Therefore, when God told Israel to have an army and soldiers, he was wrong. No, it's not wrong. What's wrong is when you abuse your power. What's wrong is when you use that as an opportunity excuse to then harm people who are innocent, who need to be protected, not harmed. So you see what he said? You shed too much blood, David. So what does that tell you? Not every war that David fought was because of God's permission. But does that mean no war that David fought was from God? None of the wars?
No, of course they were.
But that's the logic you're operating. Oh, because 7 of the Crusades were evil. Okay, here's another one. 1 Chronicles 28, 1-3. And David assembled at Jerusalem all the commanders of Israel, the commanders of the tribes and the commanders of the divisions that ministered to the king, the commanders of thousands, the commanders of hundreds, the commanders over all the property and livestock belonging to the king and his sons, with the officials and the mighty men, even all the mighty men of valor. You see, he had soldiers, mighty men, warriors who were known to be powerful killing machines in the battle. Then King David rose to his feet and said, listen to me, my brothers and my people. I had it within my heart to build a house of rest for the ark of the covenant of Yahweh and for the footstool of the feet of our God. So I made preparations to build it. But God said to me, you shall not build a house for my name, because you're a man of war and have shed blood. So every war he fought was evil? But not every war he fought was good, right?
Yeah.
So every crusade was evil?
No.
But not every crusade was good, right?
That's right.
So when someone tells me crusades were bad, I first ask them why. Oh, killing someone is wrong. Then I catch them like I caught you. Oh, so when you killed ISIS, that's wrong?
No, it's right.
No, but you just said killing people is wrong. See, there it's not a yes or no answer, Sam. It's you got to think more deeply. Because the same Bible that said do not murder says that if someone murders, you kill him. Here, same Bible, Genesis 9:3-6. Every moving thing that is alive shall be food for you. As with green plant, I give all to you. However, flesh with its life, that is its blood, you shall not eat. Don't eat animal with blood in it. Surely I will require your lifeblood from every living thing. I'll require. Meaning, if someone sheds your blood, I will require it of him. And from every man, from each man's brother. Meaning, if a man kills you, I'm going to have another man kill him. I'll require the life of man. Here, whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. So wait, is God contradicting himself? He just said, don't kill a man. And if you kill a man, I'll have a man kill you. See it? Whoever shed man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed. So if you kill someone unjustly, I kill you. You forfeit the right to live. So is God contradicting himself?
No, and that is no.
Okay. So you see how complicated a topic it is. You don't answer yes, you don't answer no. You ask questions. What do you mean? What was the intention of the Crusades? Their intention was good, deliver Christians. But when they saw Christians who didn't look like them and look like Muslims, or Christians who worship differently, then they killed them. That's wrong. You know that. But Inquisition. Let's go back there. I'm going to let you answer the question for me, okay? Because Chaldeans, Assyrians were one blood, we're smart, even though I may look dumb. Okay, listen. Okay, Sam. In the Old Testament, God set up a kingdom on earth, gave his people a piece of property, real estate. He goes, this is your land that I give you. You're going to guard it. You're not going to let it get corrupted. You're not going to let it get polluted, because if you do, then I will destroy you and throw you out of the land, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One thing he said will corrupt the land if you allow heretics bring in a false religion and corrupt people from worshiping me to worship something else. The moment a heretic does that, tells you let's worship other gods, Deuteronomy 13, put him to death. You want me there?
Yeah.
Okay. The Inquisition was carrying out that principle. This land, we want to run it in a way that pleases God. We're afraid if we let heretics spread, they will corrupt the land and God will destroy us. So what are they to do?
Sounds like the origin of Islam. It was a Christian heresy.
Yes. See? So now my point is that was the mentality of the church. God told us when he gives us the land, and we're in a position of authority. If we want the land to be blessed and not be corrupted, we got to make sure heretics don't spread and turn people away from God, lest God brings punishment on us. So in that principle, was it right?
Yes.
But now let me tell you the bad side of it. So now when you see why they did the Inquisitions, oh, I get it. Now the bad side is, in the Old Testament, they were bringing in false gods. They were not saying, okay, I worship Yahweh and I believe Yahweh is this way. No. I'm going to worship Yahweh. I'm going to worship Baal. I'm going to worship Ashur. So they're bringing in false gods and corrupting people. In our time, you said it earlier. I want you to listen. They're not killing people worshiping false gods. They're killing other Christians who worship the same God, but differently. This is the danger. You see now the danger?
Yeah.
It's not I'm killing this guy who's worshiping Baal. I'm taking a guy who worships the Trinity, who loves Jesus, God in the flesh, but he has a different understanding, and he doesn't belong to my church, but he does belong to an ancient church, so I'm going to kill him too. See, this is where it becomes dangerous. See, this is why you can't answer yes or no. You got to go deeper.
Right.
So when the Inquisition was, oh, heresy, you're going to bring pollution to the land, you're going to corrupt the land, and you're going to bring God's wrath on us. And now let me prove to you they were right. Okay, now I'm going to show you. You know how you know they were right if you didn't check heresy? Look at Europe today. It's gone. You see what God said would happen?
I'm in Canada. Here it's gone too, almost gone.
Why? Because now we think we are more righteous, more holy, more loving, more compassionate than God. Freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of religion. So then you can bring in homosexuality, you can bring lesbianism, you can bring transgenderism, you can bring pedophilia, you can then allow adultery that destroys marriages and not punish it. And God says, you see why I said you got to check it? You got to put a stop to it, because if you don't, you're going to destroy the earth.
Sam.
So now you got your answer, Sam?
So do you believe in separation between church and state? And if so, how?
That's not a Christian virtue. That's a secular virtue. Meaning, who said church and state are to be separated?
No, I say if.
No, so I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You want me
I'm
to
just
answer
learning.
As a Christian, right? As a Christian.
As a Christian, yes. Answer as a Christian.
Where do I find in the Bible that the church is separate from the state? I don't. What they're going to tell you is, well, yeah, but in the New Testament, the church was separate from state. Of course, because who was in control?
Not the Christians.
So there was no possible way for the New Testament to be written to tell Christians how to run the government because they were under the oppression of the government. So a better question to ask me is, if Christians become dominant and now God has given the government to their hands and they want to now legislate in a manner pleasing to God to bless the land, what model must they look to? Not the New Testament, because New Testament, the church is under the oppressive regime of the pagans. So what model do I need to look to emulate and imitate to make sure that the land is now being run according to God's pleasure? What would be the model for me to look to? The Old Testament. But we got a problem. That's the same Old Testament says, adulterers put to death, homosexuals put to death, heretics put to death. You see the dilemma, my brother? Why I say it's not easy, Sam? And the other problem we have, Sam, let me give you another problem, Sam. Barshi, we say in Chaldean. Another problem. Which church will be in control? Because depending on the church, it will persecute other churches.
Yeah.
See, we got a problem, Sam. There's no easy solution.
But what would you do if you have, like, for example, if you look at El Salvador, the president is doing a great job and he's implementing Christian values into the system, into the public system.
Only to a certain limit. He can't fully incorporate it. Why?
Absolutely.
If he's implementing Christian values, he's going to condemn adultery and punish adulterers. He's going to condemn homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism, and he's not going to do that.
Because they did in France in the past, and that's why France separate everything, religion and even sex of religion, and that's why
the Muslims are eating up France. They're eating it up. Muslims now they're destroying. That's why Europe, they threw out God. So you know what God said? You don't want me ruling your country, then you don't want my protection. So I'm going to take my hand of protection. Let the Muslims come in. Let the Satanists come in. Let the pagans come in. Let the Luciferians come in. Let the sorcerers come in. See, you don't want me? Then you don't want my protection. Go ahead, Satan. Bring your demons and your religions. And that's why now, UK in London, they had a huge rally saying UK belongs to Christ. See, now they woke up. Oh, my goodness. We were better off when we were Christian. They had a huge... Right? Then they have a huge rally. Tommy Robinson was involved. And what they're saying, they're lifting up the cross and saying UK belongs, because they realize this is what God did to us when we got rid of Jesus. Empty churches, secularism. You can't even carry a weapon. Even if a Muslim has a gun or a knife, we're at his mercy because we can't carry a weapon. And now all these, what they call grooming gangs, where they go and find our young daughters, get them addicted to drugs, and then sell them to do prostitution for Muslim masters. We got to do something. And you know what the solution is? They realize secular values is not helping us. It's secular values that's allowing Muslim to get strong. We need to be Christian. I was going to say. We need to be Christian again. See, they're waking up. But it's kind of too late, isn't it?
It's kind of too late, yeah.
So Lord have mercy on us.
Absolutely. Sam, if I were to, like, you don't have a book for me to buy, right? Like, you don't, do you publish any books?
No, my articles are free, brother. Save you money. Send me the money so I can be rich. But anyway, go read. Go read. Get the book. If you can find the book, get a book by Augustine on just war theory.
Okay.
Christians already had to write a book explaining the justice behind war. When to go to war, when not to go to war, right? What to do, what not to do, how to treat. So get anything on Augustine. Look for Augustine and Just War. Read him, and you're going to come and say, oh, wallah. Al-Masihu Akbar, brother.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah, brother. God willing, I will see you one day in Canada if you invite me.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, Sam.
You got it, brother. Did I help you now? You're okay?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much.
God bless you, brother. Come back again when I do a live stream.
Inshallah.
You are the skinnier, handsomer version of this Sam.
Yeah, Habibi, shukran.
God bless you, brother. Love you.
Thank you.
I hope you like my politically incorrect answers that will get me in trouble by Christians online and get Trenhorn to condemn me to hell.